Hello all, welcome to EV News World. This channel and its content will be focused in bringing tech-centered news, reviews, and information from around the electric vehicle world. This content will be free of hype and focused on the details that matter, the value, quality, and the efficiency of current EV technologies. I will do my best to bring you unbiased and down-to-earth EV information, highlighting the developments and technologies under the hood of EVs. In other words, here we'll discuss the things that really matter: the EV motor, its power source, or the EV battery, and the many features that make EVs safer, more efficient, smarter, and a better value. Here, I'll save you the hassle of all the hype you'll find out there. I'll skip over the optics, flash, the looks, and go straight into the important details behind each EV technology. So get in, put on your seatbelt, and let's ride. Let's get started. So first, I want to discuss the elephant in the room for the automotive and electric vehicle industry, and it is the merger between Nissan and Honda. This started officially in late 2024, I believe it was around late December 2024, and I want to go ahead and update you, basically bring you back to December 2024 and let you know how it all started. And for that, I want to read a couple of articles I think summarize the situation quite well. First one from Car and Driver, and the second one from the Associated Press. Just a quick summary for Car and Driver. This article was from Jack Fitzgerald, again on December 23rd, 2024. Honda and Nissan have confirmed plans to merge into the world's third largest automaker by sales. This deal is a relief for Nissan, which has been facing financial difficulties due to declining sales in recent years. In addition to Honda and Nissan, Mitsubishi could also be involved in this merger. This partnership is based on a memorandum of understanding signed by the two companies. It is worth mentioning that earlier this year, Honda and Nissan had already signed an agreement for the joint development of electric vehicles and automotive software. Negotiations for this merger will take place over the next 6 months, with the goal of completion by August 2026. Honda and Nissan representatives have not provided further comments on these merger plans. Again, that may have changed. This is from December 23rd, 2024. And giving you a quick summary of that article. And I'll go ahead and just give you the whole article. So it says, Honda and Nissan confirmed discussions between the two companies that would form the third largest automaker in the world based on sales. The automakers today announced the signing of a memorandum of understanding, which includes Mitsubishi's potential involvement. Earlier this year, Honda and Nissan also signed an agreement that focused on jointly developing electric vehicles and automotive software. It's a Christmas miracle for Nissan, as the struggling automaker looks to get some financial assistance following a newly confirmed merger with Honda. The two Japanese auto giants, along with Mitsubishi, today confirmed plans to team up. This comes after last week's reports that predicated a merger. If the talk goes through, the partnership would create the third largest automaker in the world based on sales volume. The talks arise as Nissan continues to struggle financially. The automaker confirmed last week that it would allow some Infiniti dealerships to merge with nearby Nissan stores in an effort to save on spending. The company has also previously announced its intent to reduce its workforce and restructure its corporate layout, while CEO Makoto Uchida reduced his salary by 50%. Over the next 6 months, the automakers will discuss merging their operations under a single holding company, with the goal of completing the merger by August 2026. Honda's chief executive, Toshiro Mibe, said that the companies have decided they can better navigate the changing industry together. At this time of change in the automotive industry, which is said to occur once every 100 years, we hope that Mitsubishi Motors' participation in the business integration discussions of Nissan and Honda will lead to further social change, and that we will be able to become a leading company in creating new value in mobility through business integration, he said. Now, the article from the Associated Press, and it is from around the same dates. It says, Japanese automakers Honda and Nissan have announced plans to merge to become the world's third largest automaker by sales, in an effort to compete with companies such as China's BYD and Tesla in the electric vehicle market. Honda and Nissan are looking to cut costs and make up lost ground. Honda's president has stated that the two companies will attempt to unify their operations under a joint holding company while retaining each company's principles and brands. A formal merger agreement is expected to be reached by June 2026. If completed, the merger would create an automotive giant valued at more than $50 billion, allowing Honda, Nissan, and Mitsubishi to better compete with Toyota and Volkswagen. In addition, Honda would benefit from Nissan's expertise in battery and electric vehicle manufacturing, as well as its hybrid propulsion systems. However, it is uncertain as to whether the merger will materialize, as there are still many details to be discussed. The possible merger between Nissan and Honda comes amid the financial reputational problems that Nissan has faced after the Carlos Ghosn scandal. Despite this, Nissan has valuable assets such as large truck-based SUVs and expertise in battery and electric vehicle manufacturing. Although Toyota would remain the largest Japanese automaker even after the merger, Honda and Nissan could benefit from joining together to develop more competitive electric vehicles and better respond to changes in the market. In addition, the merger would allow them to share components and reduce production costs. Overall, the potential merger of Honda and Nissan seeks to strengthen the position of both companies in the global automotive market, especially in the electric vehicle industry. However, initial talks and uncertainty about the details still to be worked out make the success of this merger uncertain. So, obviously, this story centers around electric vehicles. That's why I am bringing this story to you today. And not only that, but also it seems to be a response or an outcome of something bigger, something going on with the automotive industry in general. But I believe it is centered around the electric vehicle industry. There is a disruption going on, I believe, worldwide in the automotive industry, where traditional automakers, or what they call legacy automakers, have been caught pretty much asleep at the wheel and not innovating enough, not coming up with electric vehicles fast enough and with enough volume and variety. And I believe this has nipped Nissan in the butt. Basically, this is what has occurred, I believe. Nissan has been rudely awakened, abruptly awakened from having fallen asleep at the wheel. And its financial troubles are evidence that the worldwide automotive industry is changing. Again, they couldn't foresee that it would change this much and this fast. They couldn't foresee that electrification was indeed the future. And it is quite ironic and disturbing and sad to see this happen to Nissan, because they were pioneers with electric vehicle technology. Of course, they came up with the Nissan Leaf, which was, I believe, the first mass production electric vehicle to hit the market, here in the US at least. And I believe it did quite well for a start, for a startup electric vehicle in the United States. It sold, I believe, a good amount of units. And somehow, somewhere along the line they fell asleep and could not innovate, could not keep bringing out more models, more range on their models, could not extend their range much more than the competition, especially Tesla. And now with Korean and Chinese models and competition companies coming into the market and seriously disrupting the industry, the entire industry, including ICEs, internal combustion engine vehicle industry, and hybrid technology vehicles, that industry, but especially electric vehicle industry, and not being able to compete with these companies, the likes of Tesla, the likes of BYD, and even Hyundai and Kia, and sell as many units as they needed to continue their development and continue to introduce models. They found themselves where they are now because of this. They are now in financial trouble. They are now unable to sell as many vehicles as they would like, and I believe it is because of their dependence on ICE technology. Their over-dependence on ICE technologies. They keep pushing ICEs when the world is switching over to electric. And this is just part of what occurred. I believe there's a lot more to it than just not putting out enough EVs and better EVs. There's a lot more to it. I understand that there is much more to it, having to do with, again, financial situations, and perhaps the pandemic had something to do with it, and perhaps pressure, economic pressure of other kinds and other sources. But let me know what you think about this. This is a very fast developing story, and I will bring up a few more articles on this. No, this is just an introductory discussion on this situation, but there's a lot more to it, and there are some recent developments that are quite interesting as well with this merger. This merger is not free of issues and roadblocks and hurdles. They have recently come up, and we'll work our way up to the most recent developments with this, and I'll keep you updated. So do check the next video on this series, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks.